faithfully conveying value, interpreting global great books. Hi there, this is Sally with the Book Talk. Today we're exploring the book, The Society Without Connections. This is an investigative work about modern solitary deaths, authored by NHK, Japan Broadcasting Corporation's special program production team. Let's begin with a story that defines this connectionless society. 73-year-old Mori Nakata sat cross-legged in his Tokyo apartment, watching TV. When death suddenly came, he collapsed forward in that exact position. In his final moments, he might have heard rustling leaves, chirping birds, bicycle brakes, but no rescue came. His decaying body was eventually discovered by the landlord. Thus he became government record, an unidentified, unclaimed, connectionless death. NHK's investigation revealed over 32,000 such cases annually in Japan. These individuals had no family, spouse, children, or workplace ties, representing a larger, connectionless reserve army. Death's reserve army. Post-war economic growth and urbanization brought aging population, low birth rates, unemployment, and social fragmentation. When human connections dissolve, society becomes connectionless. NHK's 2010 documentary series shocked society with these revelations. This book compiles behind-the-scenes interviews and unseen material from that production. It provides deep analysis of this disconnected society. We mustn't view these lonely deaths as mere curiosities. We must confront the paradox: Japan's material wealth and social maturity coexisting with why do people become more isolated, more indifferent? Our social bonds, geographical, familial, marital, professional, how do these connections gradually sever, leaving people utterly alone? What insights does this book offer contemporary China? We'll analyze through real stories from four perspectives. First, the urbanization process, how urbanization severs hometown ties, as seen in Mori Dashgun's case. Technically, he died nameless. Official records listed him as unidentified male of unknown origin. The public notice remained unanswered for months. He became a man disconnected from the world. NHK journalists traced his life. Following records to his apartment, the elderly landlord finally found his identity in old documents. A 1991 rental contract revealed his name. Mori Nakagun. 20 years of solitary living had erased his social identity. The production team painstakingly reconstructed his life through landlord's clues. His hometown was Akita, a mountainous prefecture 400 kilometers north of Tokyo. Born in 1935, he was the third son among 6 siblings. After brothers died in war or illness and sisters married, he became family pillar. At 33, family bankruptcy forced him to Tokyo, leaving mother behind. His mother soon passed away. In Tokyo, he worked at a meal prep center near his apartment as rice cook. For 20 years, he worked diligently, never late, never absent. Coworkers recalled no deep conversations, only knowing he had no relatives. Post-retirement, they never socialized, just occasional nods in passing, never proper conversations. After 1995 retirement, instead of returning home, he worked at temp agency. This job involved cleaning industrial machinery grease, dirty, monotonous work that stained fingernails black. The manager recalled he always worked cheerfully. Mori earned 10,000 yen daily, about 588 RMB for this labor. He worked until death at 73. Why did he work until his final days? The answer emerged when crew revisited Akita. Until death, he sent temple offerings hoping to be buried with parents, a wish unknown to relatives as the head priest changed. Ultimately buried in Tokyo's pauper's grave, never returning home. Few remember him now except some classmates. The notes observe, leaving hometown gradually sever connections, especially after parents' death. Mori wasn't unique. Many lose hometown ties, fueling Japan's direct cremation trend. This method skips funerals, directly cremating bodies from homes or hospitals. Many prearrange this solitary death option. 30% Tokyo funerals now use direct cremation. Why can't people return home? NHK attributes this to regional decline. Trapped urban migrants increase as small cities wither. In Mori's era, youth migrated en masse via employment trains. Today's economy concentrates 80% growth in Tokyo area, while rural areas decline with fewer jobs. Megacities siphon human resources nationwide. Youth see no option but urban migration. Some may repeat Mori's fate decades later. Urban life appears not just disconnected but increasingly heartless. Maury's neighbors admitted suspecting something wrong, but never checked, reflecting limited tenant interactions. None knew his workplace or lifestyle details. This indifference could reflect Japanese national character. Despite polite greetings, people maintain privacy barriers, neither entering others' lives nor inviting others in. Japanese are taught from birth. Social interaction means burdening others, creating psychological debt, fostering social isolation. Part 1. Mori grew up in rural Akita during economic hardship. After family bankruptcy at 30, he joined urban migration working 20-plus years at meal center. Post-retirement manual labor funded ancestral offerings, hoping for hometown burial. Yet, he died alone, becoming another nameless, connectionless death. Severed geographical ties made Mori urban isolate. Rural decline and urbanization accelerate disconnection, creating more homeless deaths. Now to part 2. Fragile family bonds weakening blood ties. 57-year-old Yamaguchi died alone with sister's unanswered messages blinking on machine. Warning sis here, we'll call later. Atsushi, are you hospitalized? Mailed corn, but you're not home. This is troublesome. Though having elderly sister sending local goods, they hadn't met in 15 years due to mobility issues. He once shared melons from his sister with elderly neighbors, cheerfully saying, "My sister sent these." Yet the siblings never reunited. She never knew he died at home. This scattered family living pattern is increasingly common in Japan. The journalist admits his own parents live in Osaka, brother in Sendai, barely visits due to work, calls every 3 months at best. If parents collapsed at home, he'd never know being far away. With Japan's aging population and low birth rate, longevity breeds loneliness. Many elders die unnoticed. Amidst weakening blood ties, journalists found 2 phenomena. First, increasing refusal to claim connectionless bodies. Relatives give varied excuses when located. We only met at ceremonies or haven't met in 20 years. NHK reporters understand these distant relatives' hesitation, empathizing. Receiving sudden calls to claim long-lost aunt or uncle's body would give anyone pause. Even relatives in same city may go years without meeting. Japanese reluctance to inconvenience others perpetuates isolation. Second emerging service, special cleaning companies handling lonely deaths, preserving photos and letters when possible. Unclaimed remains often donated to medical schools. 30 to 40% of 480 university specimens were unclaimed. Some ashes treated as trash when you crutch on funk. This social rupture cuts deep. Behind the rise of connectionless deaths and unclaimed remains lies significant transformation in family structures, a crucial factor we cannot ignore.